Welcome to the Small Adjustment series, where we take a look at small adjustments with your technique or tactics that will make a big difference with your game. And today we're looking at opponents who just hit harder than you, they're stronger than you, and these balls are just whizzing past by you, or these balls are just very hard to control. They're bigger hitters and they're not necessarily better players, but they're just tough to handle. And there are many ways we can adjust our game to try to beat these players. And here's one way where maybe you haven't thought about, and that is to adjust the strides of your footwork. So let's just take this point as an example of what I'm talking about here. And here is Scott on the front end. I'm here at the far end, and when Scott hits this backhand here, I have to run up to it. It's going to the sideline there, and it's going to take me 4 steps. And just watch my 4 steps here. Here's 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and the 4th step, and I got it cross court there, okay? But that's just how I normally run, right? And you're not really supposed to think about how you run, but against these bigger, stronger players, you may have to think about it now. So when you check out my footwork or my running, this is the normal way I'm running, and notice I'll zoom in a little bit. Notice how far my strides are, okay? And with each stride, it's somewhat little short, right? The first, second, third, a little short, but notice that on the 4th stride, it is a little larger. That is a larger stride there because I'm trying to get to the ball, and there's no more time left. I have to really lunge for that. So what I'm talking about here, and this adjustment is for almost all of your strides to getting to that ball, right? You want this type of stride to get to every ball. And I know it's going to be a little tough. You're going to have to be a little conscious about it, but that may work because there are 2 things that can help you here. One is that you can get to the ball maybe a little bit quicker with maybe instead of 4 strides here, you just go for 3 strides. But I think the more important thing is that it helps you to load better. So once you get into a larger stride there, you're automatically in this wider stance. And if you checked out my other video regarding how to play against better and stronger tennis players, you want to first think about how to load better. And loading means you just got to get down more. You got to obviously bend your knees and get a wider stance. That unit turn has to be better against these strong balls that are coming at you. So look to adjust your footwork in that you want a little bit larger strides than your normal strides, and maybe that can be a good way of just getting the ball back and maybe getting it stronger than what you normally do. What's interesting about this adjustment is that I learned this almost unconsciously. I remember playing a player who was just a bigger hitter, he was stronger, and he was putting me side to side. I was scrambling all over the place, and so what I did was just take bigger steps to every ball, big wide steps, and that allowed me to load better. And after the match, he told me about it, and I did not know that I was making those adjustments. And looking back, that's what I had to do. I really had to find a way to get the ball back, and I know loading is a very important thing. And also, this may have been more energy efficient in regards to my running. So I wasn't scrambling as much anymore. I was getting to the ball, but with less steps, I think it's a little bit more energy efficient. Now, do you want to make this as a temporary adjustment or a permanent adjustment? And in my case, I made it into a temporary adjustment, and I haven't done it in any other subsequent matches. The thing you have to remember is that when you run, it should be more of an automated thing. You shouldn't be too conscious about it, right? You should just be thinking about getting to the ball and hitting the ball better, right? You shouldn't be thinking about how big your strides are all the time. And so when I did this adjustment, I had my opponent tell me after the match that I was doing it. I didn't even know that I was taking wider stances in the match. I just knew I had to play better and try to hit the ball stronger. So regardless if it's temporary or permanent, I would just make it as habitual as possible and to the point where you're just not thinking about it anymore, right? But I would explore the permanency of this. Maybe these wider stances, these wider steps can help you get to the ball better, can make it more energy efficient for you. And the thing about this game is that, a lot of it is just trying to hit the ball better, stronger, deeper, and just get more in control. And, if you can just load better, right, against these players that just hit harder and faster than you, maybe you'll have a chance. So explore this adjustment out and let me know how it goes. And I think it can work out very well for you. If you enjoyed this video, kindly do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.